So now we're going to have a look at changing the mean and variance, but we're going to have a look at the formulas that go along with this. So as we talked about before, the mean, when we multiply it by a value, the mean gets multiplied by the same value. When we add on a value, we add on the value to the mean, and that gives us this formula here. For the variance, we saw that when we added on a value, it didn't change the variance at all. But if you noticed before, when we were halving our values, that meant the variance was multiplied by a quarter. When we were doubling our values, the variance was multiplied by 4, which gives us this formula here. Adding on a value and taking off a value made no difference to the variance. Now these formulas are very important because sometimes we may not be given all the information that we need, so we might not be given the actual values and probabilities, we may just be given the summaries of them, so we may just be given the original mean and the original variance and be asked to do something with them. So these formulas come very in handy. So when we have a look at our example, we have a variable x which has a mean, our expected value of 7, and a variance of 5. We've got a new variable y, which is calculated by doubling x and adding on 3. That means that we have 2x plus 3. So when we're having to calculate the mean of y, so our expectation of y is the same as saying the expectation of 2x plus 3, which using our formulas at the top here would be 2 lots of the expectation of x plus 3. Now we know that the expectation of x is 7, so that'd be 2 times 7 plus 3, which gives us 14 plus 3, which gives us 17. For the variance of y, so var of y, that is the same as the variance of 2x plus 3, which gives us 2 squared times the variance of x using our second formula here. Remember, the plus 3 doesn't affect the variance. So we already know that our variance was 5, 2 squared is 4, 4 times 5 is 20. You can pause the video for a second now and give the Now You Try a go. So for our Now You Try, we've got j this time, so the expectation of j is 12, the variance of j is 3, and we're making a new variable k, which is done by multiplying j by 3 and subtracting 4. So that means that k is 3j minus 4. So when we're trying to find the mean of k, so the expectation of k is the expectation of 3j minus 4, which using our formulas at the top is 3 times the expectation of j minus 4. We already know that the expectation of j is 12, which gives us 3 times 12 minus 4, so 36 minus 4 gives us 32. For the variance of k, that gives us the variance, for the variance of k, that gives us the variance of 3j minus 4, which gives us 3 squared times the variance of j. Remember, the minus 4 doesn't affect the variance. So we already know that our variance for j was 3. 3 squared times 3 gives us 27. So you can see how it's very handy to remember these formulas. Unfortunately, you are not given them in the formula booklets. You have to remember them. So make sure that you do a lot of practice using the formulas to help you to find the expectation and mean when we have multiplications and additions or subtractions happening to our mean and expectation.